In my hand, you can see I have a perfect, wonderful die. And we have a list of options, and kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, I'm going to roll it, and whatever number it lands on, that's what we're going to be creating. The first thing we're going to figure out is the species. All right, here we go. 3. A wizard? No, that was my least favorite one.
You should have said nothing.
Needs to
outside of my chest, I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already.
Turn to page 394.
Yes, indeed. We're back on page 394 for the art party, and I've got my guests here. We're waiting for one more. Hopefully he will join us, but we couldn't wait any longer. Besides, I think I was boring Phil with the backstage conversation of males and Hispanics. But anyway, another story. But we're going to get into our guests here in just a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and just start off with rolling the die of fate. Yes, indeed, Aroni. Let me get this shifted around so that way we can see clearly right here. And if you're new to the channel, what we're going to do is roll the die. And we've got a list of things. Tonight's Femme Fatale. So it should be super cool. I hope so. I mean, I don't know that it could go too wrong. I did have a little bit of a hard time with the whole species kind of thing. Because it's like, exactly. But then when I started doing the research about femme fatales. All right. So if you guys are ready, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get real. And we're just going to go down the line here. I love how every time Maria's always doing she's always doing this every time we get started. She did that in the opening video too. So, but anyway, so we're going to go down the line. Like I said, so if it lands on a 6, then Dani will be the one that gets to decide the species. So we have vampires, poison-filled, mutants, half octopus, and a human. So I drew all of these options from. Are you giving me the finger? What are you doing?
I'm crossing my fingers for the word.
Okay, on a smaller screen, it doesn't look very friendly. What did we talk about backstage?
It's almost a family-friendly show.
It's PG-13.
Almost family-friendly.
But I want it to be like 2001 PG-13. But anyway, so yeah. So if it's 6, Dani gets to choose. All of these were inspired by femme fatales that I found on the internet. So here we go. You guys ready? And it's 2. Poison-filled.
Poison-filled.
Oh, that was inspired by poison ivy.
Yeah.
So somehow your character has to look like she has poison in her. So next would then be Maria. If it lands on a 6, you get to decide the personalities. We have patriotic, mysterious, dignified, athletic, and dazzling. So here we go. We're gonna roll in 5. Oh, what is it?
Dazzling.
Oh my. So we're gonna do Dolly Parton.
Or Dazzler.
Poison-filled Dolly Parton. Can there be such a thing?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Here's where this is where it gets juicy, like Mark with a C would say. Phil, it's up to you if it lands on a 6. For our hair/head, we have to have goggles, cat ears, a beret, hooded cloak, or waist-length braid. So, ish. Here we go. It's 6.
Oh, it's a 6.
Ooh.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
Wait, do I pick from the 5?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
pick from the 5.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No pressure, man.
Choose.
But make it
wisely.
good.
Choose one.
Choose the best one.
I have I'm leaning towards hooded cloak, but then cat ears is very kawaii.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Danny's sweating.
All right, let's
Remember,
do
she's got to
cat
be
ears.
dazzling.
Cat, oh, cat ear. Obviously, we can figure out who that was inspired by. Cat ears. Oh my goodness. All right, cat ears. I was kind of hoping for the cloak too, to be honest, but I'm not really.
That would have been super easy for me.
None of that really seemed like a wrong answer for me. I was actually happy about that this time. Okay, Dr. Rachel, it's up to you. If we get a 6, the occupation of our femme fatale, because
Ooh.
apparently when I did the research, they could have way more. But anyway, occupation: Walmart employee, Egyptian princess, a spy, a jazz singer, or a mysterious stranger. So here we
Ooh.
Oh my
go.
gosh, how do you do that?
What I'm thinking, I don't really want the Walmart employee.
No,
It's 3. Ooh, a spy.
Spy.
Well, that works
that's what
out.
I wanted
Okay.
that.
I was kind of hoping for maybe the Egyptian princess or the mysterious stranger, but spy will be all right. We're skipping
I think
the
the
male
cat ears would
female.
have worked with Egyptian princess.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It kind of worked itself out. You're right, Retro Collective. I see you over there on Kick. I know. I have so many windows open that I forgot to update my Kick side. So it says that we're playing Fortnite, but we're not. So,
I still can't get my StreamYard to stream to Kick. I can't figure it out.
later. So the bonus feature is then I asked our beloved friend, my brother, Joshua, the Maker's Den, to help me with the bonus feature. They said he couldn't be here for this. So the bonus feature is either weaponized watch or the artist's choice, which would be me. So odds or evens. We either get a watch or we get something incredible. 2, it's my choice. Oh, that sucks. Now what do I have to do? I think that I was last time it was going to be a piece of toast or something else, and we're going to go with toast. It's going to have
Really?
to be, yep.
Piece of toast?
Dear Dave, here, watch. Here, this is what we're doing. We're doing this now.
It's like, dear Dave, please bring me. She's calling him
Live on YouTube.
We'll see if he answers.
Hello.
Shmoo,
What?
I need you to make me a piece of toast, please.
A piece of toast?
Yes, a piece of toast. It's very important.
Oh my God, why do you do this to me?
It's not me, it's
Okay.
Tabitha. Blame Tabitha.
Well, can I just bring you a toaster?
No, please don't.
All right. All right. All right.
All right, love you.
All right.
Love you, Dave.
Why do you do this to me?
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome in there. Riz Kid for the Biscuit says one thing's for certain: Phil's creation will have jiggle physics. Well, maybe. But okay, so for those joining us, we now have to create a female, which is other. I mean, we have to explain that. A femme fatale that is a dazzling femme fatale that is poison filled. She has cat ears. She is a spy, and somehow we must include toast. This is one reason why I really hope that Erik shows up, because I mean, not that anybody else did a bad job. Like, everybody does an amazing job, but Erik has he so impressed me with the window washing detective.
Oh my gosh, that was
with
I
the
felt so
frying
bad.
pan that it blew
I
my
felt so
mind.
bad. You know what? You know what this means, right?
What? It's hammer time.
Cheers for the femme fatale.
Okay. So, and thank
It's a
you
light
to
lager.
those over on Twitter, by the way, that helped me out with this bit, because I was having a hard time with femme fatales, to be honest, because I wasn't quite fully understanding what a femme fatale was. I was just always under the impression that it was like a female spy, which go figures kind of what we're doing tonight. So it fits in my stereotype. But then when I went online to do some research to figure out some more, and that's when I texted my brother and I'm like, what exactly is a femme fatale or a femme fatale? And he basically was like, in so many words, Joshua said, a hot woman that could kill you.
Yep, he's absolutely.
That would be it.
But apparently there's like 4 dynamics to a femme fatale. I didn't bring them up, but Cajun Corey over there on Kick has gifted a sub. Thank you, Cajun Corey. You are going to get a custom emoji for you in the chat over on Kick
Oh,
because you gifted a sub.
Nice.
Yes, a little
Nice.
custom.
Guys,
Dude
I'm really-
McMahon over here saying a femme fatale is a dame, a broad, a tall glass of water. I like it.
I'm
That-
super
Mhm.
excited tonight because remember,
You've got a glove on. What are you doing?
I'm grease paint. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
remember
poor Dave.
last year when I went and bought a bunch of wigs
Yes.
and I got the pretty green one.
You did. We never got to see you wear it, right?
I get to wear it tonight. Yes.
Yay!
For
All
the
right.
first time. For the first time.
In forever. Okay. And yeah, Tara Crystal, I see you over there on Kick. Thank you for checking this out. But yeah, I was totally not understanding what a femme fatale. Oh, she's gonna be dazzling. Dazzling.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna be poison filled.
Oh
Oh
man.
my. So I guess that
Now-
just kind of has to do with like colors or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with the poison filled.
I mean,
I've got ideas.
I got ideas too.
I'm with Dr. Rachel. I'm out.
I need ideas. You got
Um,
ideas? I need ideas.
I mean, Poison Ivy
can't
is
have my
the
egg.
one. So I mean, like she doesn't look like she's poison filled. So that's the thing about her.
Mhm.
Well, she isn't. She has
Toxin running in her veins, but like you don't get to see it. It's not like she's
lips.
so poison filled. Well, you could have little gaseous spores.
You say gassy. I had
Gaseous.
sushi for dinner. I have some gaseous spores.
Oh my gosh, I'm feeling for Dave, man. I'm feeling.
No, you
toast
feel
will
for
help.
me because that means he is too.
I need some references. Chibi girl poses. Maybe that was. What
I
is
was
a
really hoping for
dazzling
vampire.
pose? You were hoping for the vampire?
Oh heck yeah, I was. I do a good vampire. I got ears. and
That's
everything
true.
like
If you
that.
guys check out her background, she does happen to have a chibi vampire in the background right there, made by yours truly, because I was inspired by Dani's makeup over there.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay, a dazzling lady. Okay. I have lots of experiences with chibis at the moment after my 5-hour session yesterday.
Nice.
Oh, excuse me, 8-hour 8-hour session.
8-hour session.
8-hour session. And
Wow.
I had to rush through that because I
Post
say
delivery. Thank you.
toast. There it is. Toast for Dani.
you.
I don't even know how I'm going to include toast in
Did
this.
you have a bath?
Oh, are you talking to Dave?
My
I hope so.
doggy.
Oh,
Look, you're
okay.
tiny.
Like
He
Dave,
just
I
had a
hope
bath. He's totally going to be cosplaying as a dog pool this year.
so.
Dog
Oh,
pool.
I can't
but-
wait.
I'm doing art challenges. Dani knows what it's all about, but she can't talk about it. She's sworn to secrecy there. But
Amelia helped me with that one.
that's true. You just have to go on her channel to find out what it is. But I'm doing an art challenge for the summer, and I was working on it. They're going to be pre-recorded, and basically I asked a couple of YouTuber folk that they would give me a challenge, that they tell me what I have to either draw, paint, or color with markers, and that I
Wait.
have a certain time frame between 2 to 8 hours. They get to choose. Like they get to choose my medium, they get to choose my subject, and they get to choose the duration
Oh, wow.
of
I feel like I've seen this, like one of these reels of this girl. You remember that she does
the one that I
so-
hate so much.
yeah, the one that
Yeah.
one.
With the
That
love of the
one.
Lord, of course.
Yes, of course.
Um,
The one that has three options, and she picks out one, and then she has to draw that, and then they pick out the medium.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that, but obviously not in person. And
Oh yeah, no,
And
absolutely.
so, you know, I've gotten a couple of them to do. I'm gonna be really excited. They're basically just gonna be guests. And then the thing is that after I create it, I'm going to be sending the pictures, like sending them an image of what I created, and they get to rate me, and they
Wow.
get to judge it. And I'm gonna release that for the masses.
That is really challenging.
It is because number one,
Sounds
Dani
fun.
cheated and broke the rules.
When does she not?
That true. And then the fact that a lot of these people,
You're a
which
dirty liar, Maria.
they a lot of these people are choosing topics that I either don't know anything about or have to do a lot of research for.
Well, it is a challenge.
Oh
It's
yes.
Oh, by the way, I love you too.
So I did that yesterday, the 8 hours. I'm going to be doing hopefully two sessions next week to try to get it going. And it's hey smooth DJ
Hey, Sue.
Image.
What's
Hey,
that?
He was not able to join us tonight.
Aw,
He had to do that thing that we all must do from time to time called
adulting.
work. Yeah. Well, yes.
It doesn't agree with me.
It doesn't,
Yeah, but
it
when
doesn't
he
sit
goes
well.
to work, he's like saving lives and stuff.
It's
Oh,
true. It's
okay.
true. Yeah, he's doing that stuff.
What is this work thing you all speak of? I'm not familiar anymore.
Not anymore.
It's
But you know,
called-
it
Yeah, it's called adulting. It sucks.
I
But you
don't
know,
do that
it
anymore.
usually takes me, it depends on the project, but it usually takes me about 3 to 4 hours dedicated to one chibi. This person asked me for 4 characters in 8 hours.
Wow.
And you said I
8
cheated.
hours?
Full color. So basically each chibi got about an hour and a half. That's it.
That's crazy.
And so, but I'm pretty proud of it. Can't wait to release it to everybody. If you want to see that video, be sure to subscribe to the channel because those videos will be coming out hopefully next month because I'm going to do it as a summer challenge. But on with the show. So I would like to ask everybody, who are your top 3 favorite femme fatale? And chat, feel free to join in with this. I'd love, because I had a hard time figuring out what they were, who they were. And I went to Twitter and some people gave me ladies that I had no idea who they were. And so we'll start at the bottom. We'll start with Maria. Who are some of your top 3 favorite femme fatales and why?
So first of all is La Femme Nikita.
So
yeah, La Femme Nikita was back in the 90s. It was a show that it was basically a femme fatale. Really, really bad. Because this is a almost
right
friendly show.
Not nice word. Yeah.
So really awesome, like in general. That was one. The next one is Kill Bill.
Okay.
She kills it. It's like slay, girl, slay.
I've never seen that one.
So
Literally slay. Everyone.
Slay. Yeah. And she literally slays everybody.
Everybody and their mother.
You know?
Like, isn't the premise of that like her husband was killed or something?
I don't
know.
Maria's like, I don't know. I just was there to see everybody die.
Yeah.
Took her child.
Oh, was that it?
Oh, there you go. Well, anyway, she just whips it, and I love how like the martial arts. So I'm a big martial arts fan. I don't practice martial arts, but I love to watch it. I watch like the old Bruce Lee films, like the old Chinese Jackie Chan films. So I was a big fan. I am a big fan still. So really like that. And then
love a good kung fu flick.
Yes,
I love that. So, and as some people know, I'm a big C-drama, K-drama fan. So,
what does that mean?
Chinese dramas. So it's Chinese series or Korean series. Yeah, and they have some really nice martial arts like sequences and stuff like that. Really cool.
Is it kind of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon stuff? Or okay,
kind of like
right.
that. Kind of like that. Yeah. The third one, I really don't have a third yet. I could think of one like right at the top of my head, but I'd have to
Okay, no problem, and no rush. We don't
like
you can-
Poison Ivy, for example, or like Catwoman, like the Michelle Pfeiffer.
I was gonna say, okay, well, which Catwoman?
Yeah, no, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Always.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty good, but I mean, Eartha Kitt was pretty phenomenal.
No,
you know?
yeah. I guess I just really loved Michelle Pfeiffer forever. Like she has been my Catwoman forever. So.
Drunk 3PO, hello, says no, Eric. I'm guessing he's working hard on your project. I have sent him the link. He sent me the little fire emoji. So I assume that meant I'll be there. But hopefully everything is okay. Hopefully no family emergencies or anything. Maybe he took a nap, a long deserved nap, and he's like, oh crap, I need to take a shower and get on that show because I need to create a poison-filled, cat-eared spy woman who's dazzling and holds a piece or somehow incorporates a piece of toast, because that is our writing prompt for today.
Oh my gosh.
Beatrix Kiddo? I don't know who that is. Anybody know who that is?
Beatrix Kiddo. That's Kill Bill.
Oh, whoops. Okay. See, I've never.
Uma Thurman.
Okay, if you would have been like blonde Uma Thurman, I'd been like, yes, okay. Which, by the way, I was heartbroken when I found out that she was blonde. I just loved her so much as a redhead. Phil, what about you? Who are your favorite, maybe top 3 femme fatales?
It's gonna be sort of like basic, but I think Trinity was one.
Oh,
nice.
nice. See, I never would have thought of her as one. I
would have thought of her femme fatale.
I must not have a really good grasp of the understanding of what femme fatale is.
Me
And I'll
either.
say Black Widow would be one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another femme fatale. Yeah.
And I figured her because again, she's a hot spy. So I don't know. I guess that just. Okay, let's see. Those are good. Is there a particular reason why those ladies?
Probably latex.
Ah,
And the body skin suits. They look great on them.
bless them.
You know, I mean, there's no reason to hide it.
Good one.
You know?
Good one. Gonna have it.
Called an honest answer.
That's exactly what we do around these here parts. What about you, Dr. Rachel?
Oh gosh, I'm kind of like going through my mind of like, what do I think of femme fatale is, and who are some characters I can think of that haven't been said yet. The first one, obviously, that comes to mind for me, at least, is Carmen Sandiego.
Yes.
Oh my God, I was going to
Yes.
say that.
Did anybody
Love
used to
Carmen
watch
Sandiego.
the TV show Where in
the
Time
World
is
is
Carmen?
Carmen
Where in the
Mhm.
world,
Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego? Yes.
Well, there was also
I
Where
played
in
the
Time.
PC games. Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah, I
play
did
a game.
too.
You can play the games online right now, like on PC. You can find it on for free.
I have
Did
to
you
look
know
them
that
up.
they
That's so cool.
they decided to? I'm not sure why that was important, but they decided to release her sexual orientation. I'm like,
That's
and-
so weird to me.
What?
it's like
Why?
this is a children's thing, so they decided to make her lesbian, and I'm like, how does that?
Ugh.
It's so
Help
creepy to
Carmen.
me.
Like, what is
It's
that all
so
about?
creepy to me, the obsession with the sex lives of fictional cartoon characters.
Yeah. Yeah,
Why do we
especially
care?
cartoon
Mhm.
characters. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't tell people about mine. Why should I care
Yeah,
about a
you know,
cartoon
it's not
character?
like when you first meet somebody, like you literally, hi, my name is Tabitha, my pronouns are this, and I, you know, like, I mean, to be fair, and not to get all political and whatnot, but you can't help it. But I mean, our VP a couple of years ago literally sat around a table with a bunch of other ladies and said, my name is Kamala Harris, I'm wearing a blue suit, my hair is brown, so I get it. My pronouns are she, her, so I guess people do that when they greet one another. I don't know. But Carmen Sandiego, I always thought she was so mysterious. And that's something that I loved about her, was that when you played the games, you really didn't know anything about her other than she's like this really pretty, mysterious woman.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that disappeared. Was a good one, Dr. Rachel. Anybody else?
Thank you. I mean, people have already said Poison Ivy. Obviously, I feel like I just keep going after cartoons.
You know, I do
but
it.
two
Just go for
others,
it.
like actually Disney ones I can think of that seem to me kind of like mysterious and stuff. Like mysterious, beautiful, could probably kill you if they really needed to. Megara and Esmeralda.
Whoa.
Interesting. Okay. I never would have thought about Meg. She was on that list. Okay. Like when I searched the internet. Hey, Grape over there on
Really?
good to see you. But I guess because she didn't give off to me the murderous vibes, you know. I guess everybody, you know, every female is capable of, you know, doing it. I guess I figured women that exude the ability was something that Forgotten Man says, I'm confused what the conversation is about. I think I'll just watch the art. Hey, Mo Zamboni. Good to see you here. So okay. Let me, before I continue with Dr. Rachel, let me backtrack a little bit. We got off sort of on off the topic. So we're doing Femme Fatales, and we're discussing who is our favorite and why. And our writing prompt for this evening needs to be a dazzling, poison-filled spy with cat ears and toast.
Oh, I forgot the cat ears.
I did
That
too.
really, out of everything, you forgot the cat ears? Like
I did.
I forgot. I'm gonna forget the toast. I just know it. So anybody else?
Well, you
let me
guys
guess.
said all the ones I was thinking of. Catwoman, Carmen Sandiego. Man, my vampire contacts, all my scary, creepy contacts are dried out. Like I just opened all my contact cases.
No, spit on them.
Oh, that's lovely. That's
Hey, you do
Sorry.
what you
I gotta see if I can find my solution.
Desperate times call for desperate messengers. Elsa Barrett says favorite murderer must be a woman thing. It's not about your favorite murderer. It's your favorite female who is capable of murder if she has to.
Yes, only capable of murder.
Only capable. We don't condone murderous. Cage and Corey brings up Famke Jensen in Goldeneye. Very nice. She was that woman, and it wasn't until maybe 7 years ago that woman didn't age. Like I had no idea that she, for a while, that I knew she was Jean Grey in the X-Men movies. Had no idea she was also in the Goldeneye, and then she was in
Star Trek.
And like it was like this woman doesn't age. What is she drinking? Fictional femme fatales. Yeah. Well, you could always mention like your favorite real ones if you wanted to do that.
Me.
I don't know too many women capable of. And like I said, I guess if we all have to, Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. I've never seen that. I know it's supposed to be very popular. And then Rizkit says Annie Wilkes from Misery. I don't know that either.
Oh, what? Yeah, Misery. That's a good one. I'm missing.
Well, so Dani, you said yours was what? You said everybody stole all the good ones.
Well, I was thinking Catwoman and
she's like
Carmen
Catwoman
Sandiego.
and Catwoman.
Catwoman and Carmen Sandiego.
Okay.
These contacts are just, I'm gonna cry.
I have listed, okay, this might be controversial. I don't know if she counts because I don't know. Morticia Adams.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like it's not like she's murderous, like
she
violent.
can't kill you.
Right, but exactly. It's like she's not violent. It's just that she has a wide knowledge of poisons, and they're a weird family that's into morbid things that I'm like, she could do it with a smile on her face and I think you'd almost be happy that she was doing that.
What about Mata Hari? She's a real femme fatale.
Yeah. You know that after doing this research, thank God for the internet, is that I didn't know that she was a Dutch lady. I was always under the impression that she was Indian because of the pictures that I always see. She kind of has that garb, but she was an exotic dancer. And
really?
she's actually
just cultural appropriation, no big.
Exactly, no biggie back then. And so she was an exotic dancer who was Dutch. Her real name wasn't Mata Hari either. Let me see. What was her real name? I had it. Whoops. And then let's see. Here we go. Her real name. I'm not Dutch, so I don't know that I'll say this correctly, but Margaretha, which what's a mouthful? Margaretha Geertruida MacLeod.
Gertrude,
Wow.
something like that.
Yes, yes, exactly. She, better known by her stage name, Mata Hari, was a Dutch exotic dancer and courtesan who was convicted of being a spy for Germany during World War I. She was executed by firing squad in France. So I kind of think is really cool because, like, what a way for a woman at that time to die by firing squad.
Fair.
I'm like, you know what? If she deserved it, let's do more of that. You didn't hear me say that. Anyway, so Tommy, hi, how are you? Good to see you. And then Smoo brings up Mystique from X-Men. She was also on the list when I did that. And then there was also, let's see. So for me, I had Morticia Addams. I did have, of course, Poison Ivy, but everybody's already said all of that. I had Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Okay.
I liked her a lot. And then it's kind of like, it's a historic. It's like real, but not real. Is it? Is it not? But at least Elizabeth Taylor's portrayal of Cleopatra.
Or just Elizabeth Taylor.
Or just Elizabeth Taylor, yeah, as that. See, Rizkit, I wasn't sure. Would Xena Warrior Princess count as a femme fatale? I always was under the impression that femme fatales were bad people, but I don't.
Not
I guess
necessarily.
I guess typically it is. It's kind of like
Morticia's like not bad.
Like an anti-hero, dark kind of person. But yeah, Morticia is very loving and her very strange. What is the list of? We're talking about femme fatales and who they are, why we love them. I love Morticia Addams because she is so sweet in her creepy way and she's always dropped dead gorgeous. And in my honest opinion, I think that Angelica Houston is the best Morticia. Come at me.
No.
I'm ready.
Why bother?
Okay.
Facts
All
are
right.
facts.
Okay,
Facts.
some of these contacts are just 100% ruined.
Are you gonna die?
I might.
Oh my god.
I've got two different ones in.
I like
Just
it
say
though.
that.
That will be like the poison is affecting the red eye. That's what we're saying. Ginger. I don't know if this counts. Ginger from Gilligan's Island. I don't really get that she was nefarious in any way. I mean, she was a beautiful woman, but I don't get that she was ready to kill anybody if she had to. I would say that Marianne was more likely to kill somebody than Ginger was. Just my opinion. Because Marianne was country folk, and country folk can get it done. Gemma from Sons of Anarchy. I've never seen that show. So, Lee Guy says, I'm lost. I've come back and somewhere strange. Yeah. Harley Quinn. Well, so is she that's again, it's like, is she just a villain or does she count? Is there a difference between a villain and a femme fatale? I'm genuinely curious.
No idea.
Okay, I figured
really
Dani, with all of her psychological mumbo jumbo, would have
Well,
the answer.
she, I would say, more mentally ill than femme fatale.
Yeah, see, so where's the line for that? Just
A femme fatale is more. Wait a minute, that was totally in my eyeball. Where'd it go? A femme fatale is more quietly dangerous.
Yes, unsuspectingly, right?
Yeah, she's going to use her sexuality and her femininity as a weapon.
It's true.
Yeah, that was what I was under the impression of. But at the same time, they were saying that not all femme fatales do that, right? Not all of them use their sexuality, their sexual prowess to get what they want.
Well, someone lied to you.
The internet lied to me. Can you believe it? Can you believe
No,
that
I
I
can
read on the
believe it.
internet wasn't true?
No.
Internet lying.
I know. I'm
No
so
way.
glad you guys are just as upset as I am about this information.
This is
Yeah.
terrible.
It's terrible. Oh, somebody else that I was going to list though is Morrigan from Dragon Age. She's probably one of my all-time favorites as well. Anybody? Nobody? All right, just me. Okay. Well, she's awesome.
What about I haven't seen this show. I'm probably gonna get a lot of I'm gonna be gaslighters, I think, but the mother of dragons from Game of Thrones.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Daenerys.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have said Cersei.
Yeah, I would have said Cersei too. I was thinking that when you
Okay.
were talking about
Fair.
shows.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have not seen it, so
I well, with a you guys are gonna laugh at me, but you guys know me. So with a filter, I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, oh yeah, she's I love a good femme fatale in that category, like Cersei's, because it's powerful. So somebody else that I was thinking of, which probably would then be my all-time favorite if I'm starting to understand what a femme fatale is, would be the evil queen from Once Upon a Time.
Oh,
Lana Paria's character, which for some reason is slipping my mind. Why can't I remember her name? I love
Regina.
her. Regina, duh. Means, yeah, glorious. Anyway, Regina, I think then that she is probably my top favorite femme fatale because it's kind of unsuspecting and she can just weasel her way in and out of any situation however she wants. So, and I love her. I actually, okay, I'm gonna have a fangirl moment. I didn't get to like see her, but I got to see her in person at the convention a couple of weeks ago. And
nice.
I'm just like every other fangirl. I just want to be like, my queen. She's amazing and she looks fantastic. And it was just like, it's a real person. But Forgotten Man brings up Sorsha. See, I wouldn't label her as a femme. I wouldn't label her as a femme fatale because of the fact that she will just openly kill you. Like she's
That's
just a
the thing.
warrior. Yeah, but she's a warrior then. I don't consider her like this
Okay,
is where
she
I'm
does-
finding the hard line to,
I guess she won't use her.
She doesn't use her sexual,
femininity.
her femininity or whatever. She is just a total tomboy who will stab you in the blink of an eye.
And still Val Kilmer fell for her.
Didn't we all? But who drank my beer says hi. God bless.
I did.
Maria did.
It was yours? Oh, you have to hear this story from I'm sorry. This happened to me at the office. I told them yesterday from at my live stream, and I'm like, so yesterday I had a fire drill at my office.
Oh, well, those are always fun.
This is going to be fun. This is totally with who drank my beer. So
he's pay me back.
Sorry. It was.
She's
a
like,
good
I don't
beer.
know you.
Anyway, the thing is that one of my colleagues, I had to stay back because of my position, and one of my colleagues came by. He's like, "Do you want an ice cream? Because the building gives ice cream."
You want ice cream during a fire drill?
Yeah, the building gives ice cream. So I'm like, okay. And then my first ice cream, I gave it to another colleague who had to stay back because of her medical issues. And then she was very grateful. And then another colleague came by with a drumstick. A fudge-filled drumstick.
I want to work where you work.
And he's like, do you want it? I'm like, yes, I want it. He's like, but I don't want it now.
Question.
I want it during my lunch. He's like, okay, put your name on it. So I put my name on it with a Sharpie. It said Maria. Okay. And he put it in the fridge. And then afterwards, yes, afterwards, I went for my ice cream. And guess what?
Someone eated it.
Gone. Someone ate my ice cream.
Okay.
What jerks?
Okay, you should have put a list or a note on there like Phoebe Buffet did. And nobody would have. My sandwich.
I'm serious. I was very upset. I was looking forward to that ice cream.
Of course you were.
I would have put lab specimen on there or something like that. Fecal sample, stool sample.
That's terrible. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's becoming a femme fatale because it's like, don't mess with my. It had my name on it.
It had my name on it. Oh gosh, these legs are hard to do. How's everybody's
That's why
drawing?
I always cut my legs off.
You can see.
All right, let's look at
the legs
here. Oh, nice hair, nice bod. She looks like a Barbie.
Yeah.
Very nice, which is perfect.
I
think Barbie could cut you if she
I
had
just
to.
erased the tail because I was thinking of having like a tail stinger.
Oh, we fancy.
Yeah,
We fancy.
it's the beard.
Oh, as I understood, it's the beard. I'm like, she's a dwarf. Okay. Let's see. Well, Danny's still putting her eyes in, which there we go.
Don't go blind on us.
We'll give her
please.
some privacy. And then Dr. Rachel's over here.
Oh,
Oh,
I got a little sketch on this side of it.
little fancy hat over there. Nice. And then Phil, you have a way of showing us what you have so far?
I don't want to see.
I want to. I need to know how to step it up, Maria.
All right. So since last time, I made sure that I made her bust smaller.
Oh,
So
you didn't have to. Look, there's some girthy girls on this earth that blessed by God. It's okay.
Ew.
that's what I have so far.
Oh,
Let's see.
oh, hang on.
Me too.
Oh, they are perky, but she looks great.
Oh, she looks awesome.
I like her.
Look at those hands. Those hands were great.
Yeah.
What a
I'm
great body
trying-
shape.
I'm trying to do that. Don't clip this. Like the anime cat girl.
Oh, of course you are.
And then, yeah.
That's fantastic.
right
No,
now,
it
though.
looks good. The shine on you're already starting on
Neat.
color. My goodness. I'm still working on these weird legs that I've got. Here we
Same.
go. You're working on
My weird legs.
your weird legs. I was gonna message you the other day. Might as well, since we're kind of segueing into that. Danny, can you just tell us a wee bit about that project that you were undertaking a while ago?
The Belgian project.
Yeah,
that
please.
died.
Yeah, I need to know more about that. Do you know that your website for that is the link does not work?
Oh, fantastic.
So I want to let you know. So if people click on that and they're like, "Hey, what's this all about?" Give us the 2 cents worth.
Okay, so
Don't cry about it. It's okay.
oh my god, my sinuses are going crazy from trying to get this stupid contact in. I can't believe they were all just gross and weird.
Oh,
So I am an amputee, physically disabled. Ugh, I had it in my eye and it just keeps coming out. No, don't fall.
sorry. Oh, my.
So
Try to be
I-
professional here, Danny.
I'm trying. I ruined my contacts and now I'm trying to make do. So I've been
By
an
the way, this
amputee
is
since 1994. I was born physically disabled, so I've dealt with it for a long time. But I had my amputation and got my first prosthetic when I was 14 years old. Like my first,
Wow.
I just started high school. So of course, and being that I was, I grew up a physically disabled kid, I wanted to be like other people. I wanted to look like other people. I wanted to look quote unquote normal. And I get my first leg and I'm all excited because my biological leg was just weird looking. It just, and I always just wanted to look normal. So
Yeah.
I get my first foot and I was real excited because I'm like, oh, I'm going to see what I look like with 2 legs. This is going to be great. And then I get it and the foot's all like yellow rubber.
Oh.
And wow, this,
Multitasking. Oh, why don't you give yourself? Yeah. Why don't you? We don't want you to.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just doing the one contact.
Yeah. There you go. That'll be your
Because
poison.
this is
I
too
don't want
much.
you to- I don't want you to lose an eye.
I'm about to. This is not going
Dedication.
well.
I appreciate the dedication, but we don't.
So I get my first leg and the rubber foot is just this horribly yellowed looking rubber. It doesn't match me at all. The foot looks like it came off the rack at the haunted doll shop. Like it just
Oh my
Oh,
word.
man.
did not. I'm sorry. My nose started running too. It was so bad.
It's a very personal subject.
Oh, yeah. So it didn't look like me at all. And, really shiny fiberglass just hideous. And I have spent my whole life ever since then trying to find a prosthetist that will make legs that look somewhat normal. They keep wanting
A what? A what?
Prosthetist. It's a doctor or
sounded like
someone
a
who makes
dinosaur.
prosthetics.
Okay, I needed that clarified.
So I would go to these prosthetic doctors, or they're not really doctors, but prosthetists. They're closer to engineers than anything. So
yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I would say, hey, I want something that looks real. And they're like, well, we can put whatever you want on a socket. We can like give you like a nice tattoo or something. Like, I don't want that.
Oh,
I want it to look like me. I want something that looks like me. Well, we can, put like a Cardinals logo. Would that make it? No, it won't make me happy. That is not what I want.
Yeah.
And my last leg, so to speak, Dave talked me into
the way you say it will never not. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but the way you'd say things, it's like it'll never not be funny. You'd be like, so I was looking for my leg.
So that's called defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Using humor.
You do a really great job of that.
Thank you. So Dave had talked me into this Terminator looking leg. He's like, I think a Terminator leg would be hot. I'm like, cool. All right.
Of course a guy would say that. You know it would be hot, a Terminator leg.
So I get the Terminator leg, and that wasn't for me at all. It just felt not me. And I kept asking questions like, if they can make these limbs and stuff look real in movies, why can't they make prosthetics that look real? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So flash forward many years later, I start this silly YouTube channel.
You froze for a second, and it was like perfect timing.
Oh, the Wi-Fi's. Oh,
no, you're
so
good.
great.
You keep going. It's all good.
So I start this silly YouTube channel, and I actually get the opportunity to meet some really cool people. And one of them is Oscar, Emmy award-winning makeup designer, artist, prosthetic artist, puppeteer, Brian Sipe. And he's worked on the Fox Marvel movies, Marvel movies, Lucasfilm, you name it. He's just super cool guy. And then Disney Carano'd him as well. So
he got the Carano treatment.
And he's like, do you guys really call it that? I said, yeah. And he goes, that's what I call it. So he got Carano'd, but we ended up becoming friends. And one day I was sitting in my salon. I used to own a salon, and I'm just talking to my employee. I said, man, why can't I figure out how to they make the special effects world blend with the prosthetic world? Like, I always wondered, they can make them look real in the movies. Why can't they make them look real for me? And she goes, well, I think you might know a guy. And I was like, right.
So I hate when your friends point out the obvious that's right.
Like, I hadn't even thought. I was just, So I text him and I said, hey, would there be a way where I could, or we, or whatever, could mold my left foot, like life cast my left foot, and like mirror it or flip it so that I could make my right foot look like my left? He's like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
it started this kind of idea that started rolling. Like, why is that? Like, why is it so easy for them to do this for movies and stuff, but no one is thinking, hey, why don't we do this for the prosthetic industry? Unless they're like, oh, easy fit.
It cuts out in front of the chopper. I can answer that question really quickly, Dani. Money.
I was going to say the same thing. God bless you.
Yep. Thank you. So there are some companies out there where you can get realistic looking prosthetics. However, the medical industry doesn't see it as necessary, and they won't pay for it. In fact, insurance in the United States doesn't see prosthetics at all as necessary. They see them no different than, my God, this really triggered my allergies so bad. Ah!
Oh no, take your
Okay.
time. It's all good.
So they consider prosthetic limbs like a pair of crutches.
I don't
Oh.
understand that. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. Like, how can you compare one to the other? You
I
know?
remember many years ago when I was an army wife having to convince an insurance lady like that I needed a new foot. She's like, "Well, don't you already have one?" And I was like, "Okay, so you've got tires on your car, right?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, will you ever replace them?" And she's like, "Yeah, every few years." I'm like, "Oh, well, imagine you're rolling on those tires 24/7 just to go to the bathroom, to cook dinner, walk to the mailbox. They tend to wear out." So that's what the insurance world is like. In fact, they didn't even consider prosthetics a medical industry until recently. So,
What?
yeah.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
prosthetics have been around for forever.
Uh-huh. And they haven't really made any true advancements in the last 150 years. On top of it, they've never even done legit psychological studies on the effects of being of living with limb loss as pertaining to being a woman specifically or a man. Prosthetics, and this is a weird word, but it's physiography. Prosthetics is based on a man's physiography, not a woman's. So men's muscle mass and bone density, all of that
Okay.
stuff. Women
Thank you, Lizzie,
women
for being
complain.
here.
Oh, hey, see. So women complain of 8 times higher pain with
Mhm.
being an amputee, and they are 4 times more likely to take their own lives.
Mm.
Oh,
And a lot
wow.
of it, yeah. But that study was done back in 1990. They've done nothing since. I've started or I've been conducting my own study for some time. And every amputee that I speak to has said the same thing. Every woman has said the same thing. They're concerned with their looks and therefore their value as a woman because of that. Because women, we as women, put a much stronger and more specific value on our physical appearance. We have a stronger connection to that. But the medical industry, the insurance industry, I should say, has not caught up with that, and they do not pay attention to it at all. So,
Which has been a human characteristic for females since the dawn of time.
right. Like, what's endometriosis? It's a thing that happens.
It's just a thing.
Yep.
Just a thing that happens to your fallopian tubes. We haven't really studied it. We just know that it hurts sometimes, they say.
Oh,
So-
Stunning and Brave. Thank you so much. I came for the hot chicks, stayed for the art as well as the hot chicks. Are you talking about our drawings or no? I'm just kidding. I won't put you in that corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Stunning and Brave. We'll have to get you on for the next one, of course. He has a really great channel where he's a phenomenal colorist. Like anytime I talk to somebody who has seen Megatron's work, they're like, the way he colors things. Not that his drawings are bad. Like he's really great with the drawings. He is fast. But
he is really fast.
But like his colors are just amazing. By the way, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to make this gal dazzling. If I might put her up on the screen, she's super cute. I'm very happy with her. I might actually even be able to color her. I just don't know where to put the dazzle besides this giant bow. Like I guess I could put a sparkle on it. I'm not really sure how to. I'm not really sure how to put a sparkle on it. But let me just kind of catch up with everybody here. There's Maria's. She did put the cat tail on there. She got a nice little gun going on over there as well.
She's a spy, so she has her face covered.
That's right. That's right. I kind of forgot about the spy part too. Oh man. And then there's Dr. Rachel. She looks really cool. Look at that. She's got movement in hers too.
Oh,
that's great.
I like her. I'm turning her hat into like the top of a mushroom. That's the only way I can get poison in.
I forgot why.
Nice.
Oh, the poison. Darn it. I'm forgetting two different elements that we have to add to this.
It's going great. It's
Don't
going
forget
great.
that. Don't
Bill's
forget
working
the,
on his color. Looks
Don't forget
fantastic.
the toast, huh?
Oh, no, I have my toast. I have
Okay.
I do
incorporated
love the
my
toast.
toast.
Me too.
I gave her a tattoo of toast. I can't. Let's see. What do you say? I'm coloring myself tomorrow. Excellent. Studying. What's the prompt today aside from drawing hot femme fatales? So we have to do a dazzling, poison-filled, cat-eared spy, and the additional bonus feature is toast. So Dani has actual toast with her today. She's got
My beautiful assistant, my lovely assistant, got that for me.
Tara Crystal says, put her in a brightly lit nightclub and the spotlights on her for dazzling. But that doesn't make her. That's not like her being dazzling, right? Like she has to.
She could
dazzle.
be like Edward.
Sparkle. She could. Oh,
Ew, that's he who must not be named. Stop
Edward's
it.
a fantastic
I knew
name.
it. I was just I just had to see her reaction.
Okay, so how am I gonna make
Butt
her?
face.
Wow, that's how you treat all your friends.
The love, baby, the love. I love you too.
The ones who call me liars and
You liar.
bring up
When did she call you?
non-vampires.
All right, let's see here.
My vampires don't sparkle. Okay. They crisp up.
They extra crispy. Okay, so let's see here. I'm
I
trying.
should have brought my dazzling watercolor. I have like sparkly watercolor.
You'd be proud of me, Maria. I'm gonna attempt to do the watercolor.
Oh,
She can have
really?
a superpower that's a disco ball. Since forgotten, man, just kind of.
That's Dazzler.
Oh, that's what Megatron says. You could draw Dazzler from X-Men.
That's what I said in the first place, but she didn't hear me.
I didn't. Her superpower is creating disco balls.
Well, she turns sound waves into light shows and energy beams and stuff, and she does roller disco. So,
Well, anybody does roller disco. I mean,
well,
come
then
on.
you would love Dazzler. If you'd like to get to know her a little better, I got a video about that.
Guys, all of the description box are all the links to my guests channel. Be sure to check it out. So, all right, moving on. By the way, I did put the link for Dani's GoFundMe. There's more information about what she was saying.
I just was running my mouth. I didn't really even.
No, it's okay. And that's I wanted people to kind of get a general idea. And then, of course, like I said, you can go check out that website there and get more information if you're interested in. And if I might ask, if people go check out the GoFundMe, what specifically will the money then go towards?
So what we are trying to do right now, well, not trying to, what we want to do, we're trying to do because we have no funding, but what we've already casted my left leg and my residual limb on my right side, which is just a nice way of saying my stump. But we have to we're trying to prove to people that it can be done, that we can do it, and we can do it in a way that would make it affordable and accessible.
Yeah.
Because right now it's not at all. There's like 5 companies that do it, and they're jerks. And insurance won't pay for it. So what we're wanting to do is build one. We're trying to build a 100% silicone prosthetic, top to bottom, the whole thing, the socket, the foot, the everything.
Oh, wow.
Silicone, different grades of silicone prosthetic, and make it match the existing limb so that
Nice.
it looks
cool.
like. Thank you. We talked to Yoshi Vu. He does digital art and stuff for Marvel and all of that. And he said he was interested, but he's been busy, so we haven't heard back. But
yeah. Money talks.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're trying to do is just build the first one. Just build it so we can show people this can be done. We can do it. But we have no funding.
Yeah.
We have no funding. And the prosthetics, industry doesn't want us to do this. And right now, the whole the body positivity thing is really working against us because we're supposed to be proud of looking like robots or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that's fine. Some people can be if that's what you like, sure. But why
Yeah,
can't
if you want a Terminator leg, you deserve a Terminator leg.
Yeah, but why impose that on somebody else? That
Everybody else.
That's my point.
This is something that's literally killing people.
Most people want to blend into society.
Right. Girls just want to be pretty sometimes. We just want to be pretty. We just want to be dressed up. I've reached out to, there's this one company, Open Bionics, who they're always posting these, look at this really cool hand we built, but it looks like a robot hand. I said, what about one that looks real? What if an amputee wants a real looking one? They said, there's lots of options out there. I said, no, there isn't. And as soon as I start quoting statistics, they disappear. They don't want you to blend in. They don't want you to have something that looks like you because that goes against whatever that agenda is. That no, we want you to look totally different and be self-conscious and be proud of that.
Interesting.
So we just have no funding and we could use all the help in the world. I'm afraid it's dying, the project, before it's even gotten started. So
well, a lot of times with from what I've noticed is that it's more of like it's not necessarily that it's dying so much as that it hasn't caught interest because people don't know it's there. At least from a business standpoint, I've been told that where it's like it's not so much that people don't want to buy what you have to offer. It's the fact that they don't know what you have to offer because everything is so saturated on the internet and people are more interested in entertainment than they are in information. At the same time, we're living very much in an informational society. So it's more about figuring out how to get your project out there. And so, guys, like I said, if you want to go to that page and check it out, do some research, you can, test Dani on her knowledge. She's not afraid of it, send her questions.
Absolutely.
She would be more than happy. This is something I know she's very, obviously it's very personal to her, but also she's very passionate about it. And if you're ever wanting to find like a cause, maybe you've been wondering to yourself lately, how can I help somebody in need? I don't know what to do. If you happen to know somebody who has a situation like this, you could talk to them about it and say, hey, what do you think about this? Is this legit? Is this actually a problem that you struggle with? Reach out to these people that you know in need, obviously discreetly and with discernment. You don't just come up to them and be like, so, hey, your disability, does it bother you or not? Like, don't be stupid.
Well,
but,
but I tell people, pray on it.
Yeah.
Pray on it. And if it's something that touches your heart, and then please, we could use all the help we can get. But if it's something that, just doesn't resonate with you, like totally get it.
Exactly. Everybody has a cause they're fighting for, just find the one that works or speaks to you and all of that cool things. Well, thank you for sharing. Oh, Rizkit, look at that. Rizkit's a real one. Okay. I had the pleasure of meeting Rizkit. He said, inspiring story, just donated. See, this is what I'm saying, Dani. There are people out there that would love to help you. They just don't know. They don't know that it's out there. And I checked your I checked your websites and stuff like that, and the links are not working.
Oh, it's because I have it's comicsand.squarespace.com.
Okay, so I just want to let you know, so that way if you are trying to direct people there, they can't find it because I had a devil of a time. I had to literally go.
I will fix my links.
Okay, I had to literally go to GoFundMe and type in Belle Jean Project, and since nobody knows what that name means, because it's French,
it's pretty leg.
Exactly, means beautiful leg. But I'm just saying, like, nobody, unless they're specifically looking for it, they won't find it. So that's what I'm saying. People are willing to help; they just don't know that it's there. And so,
thank you very much, Rizkit.
That was wonderful. And you gave towards a cause that, like, from what I understand, Dani wants to be that person that helps the next person who helps the next person, because one step in the right direction with these prosthetics and it could become, can you imagine a bunch of these little kids out here, and adults too, but imagine these little kids out here who look like the other kids,
And that's a really, really big deal for me.
Yeah.
Like that was something Brian and I have talked about at length, because when you're a little kid and they're like, hey, you want to put SpongeBob on it?
Because kids are
And
mean.
they're like, yeah. And they're like, okay, yay. They talk them into this. And then they've got something that stands out even more.
Yeah.
And when you're a child and you don't have this sense of personal identity quite yet, your job, you're just trying to be a part of society. You're learning how to be a societal being. And when you do something like that, that can mess with the kid's head. It depends on the child, 1,000%, but it is something that is possible, that can possibly mess with the kid's
A
head.
scarring. It can be a scarring, something that they will have to learn to overcome that was unnecessary, you know?
Yes.
I mean, because I've seen this guy I follow on Instagram. He had cancer twice, and one time it took his leg. And so he has prosthetics, but he kind of embraces it and encourages other people. Like, he gets different kinds of
Are
legs.
you talking about Mark?
He's a young gentleman with like black curly hair.
Oh,
Okay. He's
no,
got
Mark
like
is
a
cyborg.
oh no, not Mark Cyber, but he's got like a pirate leg, and he tests out these things, and he's like, how would it be to really be a pirate? And so he gives all these inspirational speeches, and not everybody can do that. And you're making it harder for people who might not have that sense of confidence in a situation like that.
Again, like we were saying, it's options. What if I
Exactly.
don't want to be a pirate today? And you know, fun fact, that's what I got called in high school, was Peggy the Pirate. That was not fun. And you would have to kind of play along so that they would leave you alone. You know, you don't want them to, what are you going to do? Sit and cry?
Yeah.
Like, no, stop. They just do it more.
Yeah. Because kids are mean.
Kids are mean because they don't know any better, really. They don't have that. They haven't learned yet. They haven't learned how to, you know,
because it's kind of a human instinct to question, belittle, and or make fun of what is different from you. And that is something that parents, you know, guide their children through and teach them, like, hey, we don't do that. And then you take the time to explain why. And kids just don't understand that. And so if the parents don't know that their child being bullied and stuff like that due to these things, you know, that they can't help them, because a lot of times you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about how you were bullied and stuff like that.
Right.
And so, yeah, you know, give the kids a chance. You never know.
Well, and amputees make up less than 2% or about 2% of the population. So a lot of kids, I mean, kid amputees are even fewer. So a lot of them don't really have the experience with amputees.
Yeah.
To learn how to behave around them. Like, don't ask someone if they take a bath with their leg on when you first meet them. Don't do that, Timmy. Don't do that. You know, they don't know yet. They have to learn. So that's another part of the project, is kind of educating.
Yeah. It's so important. So, well, you guys have Stunning and Brave. Yeah. Megatron says kids are the D word. So they, not all of them, but they can. There are some gems out there. There are some gems out there who help other people, and we love them for it. So, yeah, so there you go. Well, I did want to ask you guys a question about creativity, since we are all artists, and this is something that we can all speak to. I wanted to give you some time to think about and ask you, what is something that you would make or create? This might already play into what Dani just said, but if you had unlimited resources, if you had unlimited funds, nothing, and unlimited time, like you didn't have these things called jobs and families and kids and dogs and bills and whatever, what would you create? Like, for an artistic standpoint, what would be something that you've always wanted to work on, but you just didn't have the time or the money? And feel free to think about that. By the way, I just want to shout out Maria for teaching me how to watercolor. It's not perfect, but I'm trying to remember everything that she taught me.
Oh, my Padawan.
And I hope I'm making her proud.
You're already coloring?
Of course I am. We're already an hour in.
Oh my gosh.
This one actually came out pretty easy. I don't know why.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
usually done way before everybody.
I
It's
know,
true.
but well, you were chit chatting, so you were informing the
Okay.
crowd.
Well,
Okay.
that and I was dying from my contacts.
Yes, you were on the struggle bus. But so if there was a project that you've always wanted to work on, or if you had the opportunity because you had unlimited resources, funds, and time, what's something that you would work on? I'll go first to give everybody some time to think about it. I have thought, now it would be quite literally a pain in the neck, but I've always wanted to do, I say I've always, for the past couple of years, ever since I saw like a documentary or something like that on it, I always thought it would be really cool to paint the ceiling of a room and kind of just tell a story on the ceiling, make it the sky, make it some clouds, or make it some kind of celestial thing that is kind of interactive in the same way. I saw this one thing, room one time, I forget what building it was in, and it was on documentary, but that they painted constellations on
Oh,
the
that's cool.
ceiling. And that they would also be
Super cool.
illuminated at night so that you could see real constellations in place of where they would be in the sky. But it wasn't just like black, right? It was in these beautiful colors, and the stars were gold, and it was just so beautiful. And there were some kind of geometric elements, if I'm not mistaken, to it. And it was just beautiful. And I thought, if I had the space, the time, and the money, and the back and the neck to do that,
Girl.
that would
For
be,
Netflix
man.
and for snacks. That's
And I would definitely develop some arm muscles, because I would have to you have to get like some scaffolding, and lay down on your back and paint everything. And your arms, after a couple of minutes, paintbrushes get heavy after a while in that kind of position. So, but that's
You wanna-
something that I would do.
So you would probably be like a Michelangelo who wanted to paint like the Sistine Chapel.
Something like that. Or if you guys remember, did you ever watch Page Master? You remember the ceiling in Page Master?
Oh,
Yes.
I remember this movie. I didn't watch it, but I do remember it. Yeah.
Okay, if you ever get the chance and you would look at the ceiling, or maybe you could even type it in. Hang on, let me look for that. I wonder if it's on the internet. Of course it's here.
Probably.
Page Master ceiling. Well, it would help if I could spell ceiling correctly. Okay, here we go.
I before you accept after C,
I
except for
know.
receive.
And yield, right? Isn't that another one?
I don't know. Now you're just confusing me. I'm a
Okay.
writer, not a
Or
speller.
weird.
I only
There,
know
yeah.
math.
Hang on, let me see here. No, I don't want to add share screen. Here we go. Page Master ceiling. Where is it at? There it is. Let me share it. Page Master
Oh
ceiling.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So it kind of tells the story. It's like the dragon and the knight, and then it has like Blackbeard, your Long John Silver, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all kinds of cool stuff. Like something like that would be what I would love to create on a ceiling if I had the time, the money, and I would put like gold leaf on it. Like I'd go all out. Oh, Cajun Corey, another real one in the house, just donated some money for Danny's project as well. You guys don't know, she has talked to me long and hard about this project, and I know how near and dear it is to her heart. And you guys are wonderful. Thank you.
I can't cry again, guys.
So your goal is $5,000. She is currently at $155 right now. So that's wonderful. Thank you guys. Actually, she's at 165 now.
Oh my gosh.
So thank you. You guys.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna try to get her there. I believe in this. I believe that it's something that is meant to happen. And so
I have this weird anxious tick. Like I feel like when I say thank you, it's not coming across as sincere. So, so I'll keep saying.
Yeah, you kind of have to somehow yeah. You have to convince people that you're being authentic.
Yeah, like thank you.
I'm appreciative. Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. That just really means a lot.
You had no idea we were going to be doing this tonight.
No, I had no idea.
I just thought, I was like, you know what? I'm going to push it.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
Because I'm one of Danny's closest friends on the internet.
You are.
I mean, we share each other's numbers, so that has to mean something. I don't
Very
give
true.
it.
We know each other. Well, everyone knows my last name because it's there.
It's
right
sans
there.
ceci.
But not everyone can pronounce it. So
Sans ceci. You have to say it with the
Sans
back of the
ceci.
nose.
Daniel
Sans
aimait
ceci.
son souci.
When it should be enchilada or something like that, right?
It's so
Enchilada.
weird. My family is so weird.
It's like the first Mexican thing I can think of.
Enchilada is an entree. I am not an entree, although I am a snack.
I was gonna say, but some people might think he's a snack. So anyway, anybody else have a project like unlimited
Yes.
funds, all that stuff?
And since we're talking like for funsies, right? Like not like
Not like
noble
real.
causes or whatever.
Yeah, no.
What I really, really, really want to do is I want to do a full bust life
Tell me
cast.
what you want, what you really, really want. I'm sorry.
I want to do like this full like shoulders up to head life cast of my own head and sculpt and build a full one-piece silicone Ahsoka Tano Leiku
Nice.
headpiece.
Ooh.
That's a cosplay I have been working on and off for years now.
Mm-hmm.
My first Leiku are they're not good.
Not
But yeah, I'd love to do that. But that is one pricey meatball.
Of course, it's always going to be expensive. Megatron says, if I had the space for it, I would create a massive Transformers diorama with various locations on Earth, as well as on Cybertron and other planets in the lore. And I would put my unicorn. Unicron. It's like you could put a unicorn in there. You could put my Unicron in planet mode to hover above it like shark hunting a seal. Oh, that would be cool. And I would also, what does he say? And I would also design a Transformers theme park. That would be really
That would be sweet. That would be really sweet.
See, Megatron's wanting to build stuff that he can share with other people and bring them joy. And I'm like, I want to turn myself into a Togruta.
Okay, I mean,
to be fair,
mine
you would go to like cosplay competitions and stuff and share that with all the other fans.
You would
that would be what I would do
inspire
with the rest of the
other
money. Go to
people.
conventions.
Yep.
I love you, Rachel. Thank you for pointing that out.
Right.
No.
What about you,
worries.
Rachel?
I'm in the same vein of want to do a cosplay. I have such a long list of cosplays I want to do, but like in terms of like time and just basically learning the skills and getting the materials to do all these, a couple I would love to do just involve like huge armor builds, but one that's been on my mind for a long time, a fully flying around, shoot jet beams and whatever, not like super powered, but like an actual like automated parts moving Samus.
Oh, you would be
Metroid.
so
I would
okay. I had the
love
pleasure
I
of
would love
seeing
to.
Dr. Rachel's like Warrior Belle costume in person. It was phenomenal. So I can only
That's
imagine.
such a fun one.
I can only imagine what you could do with like a Samus one. Like that would be so. Tara Crystal says, "I wrote a good story 15 years ago. I'd like to see it turn into a TV show. It's now more than ever. It is the rise of the indie creator. So now's the time.
Faux show. I would love
Now
to
is
see
the
my
right
book
time.
turn into like a comic. That's how I saw it when I first made it, was a comic book, but I was raising a bunch of kids and didn't know how, so I just wrote it down.
What about you, Phil? If you had unlimited time and resources, what would you make?
Resources and time.
I know I'm giving you the whole package, man. Like,
go all out.
Hey, John.
I'll probably be like some kind of like Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Nice.
A real Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
I saw at the convention somebody had the full Iron Man suit and voice activated helmet. So he would
Shut
say
your
like
face.
he would
That's
say like
so
Those are
Jarvis
so
open or
cool.
Jarvis close,
That's really
and the
cool.
mask would open and close. I could totally see Phil in that. That would be really super cool.
Speaking of your time at the convention.
Yeah. By the way, Deranged Lunatic has also donated to Danny's link as well. She's closing in on $200.
This
Thank
is
you, everybody.
stressing me out. This is too much.
No, it's not enough. It's not
Never
enough.
enough.
Never.
Don't even
let's
know
see.
what that was in reference to.
You've never seen The Greatest Showman.
Oh, that I've seen it once. It's not my bag, baby.
This is it's okay.
Comics and
Okay. It's
Tomboy, we'll say. Comics and
it's
Tomboy.
the greatest movies ever, but whatever.
Are you talking bad about me? Are you making fun of me for not knowing that was The Greatest Showman?
No, I'm hating on you for saying it's okay and subpar. So, but that's okay. I helped raise money for your cause, so I don't need to feel bad.
Oh, ouch.
I know. I can pull it like a Catholic grandmother, can't I?
Oh, Lord. I already got one of those.
Maria,
And
I'm
she
so
worked at the
happy with
CIA,
my
so-
creation so far. I hope you're proud. She's turned out
I'm-
really cool.
I'm so proud.
So
Mine is
proud.
okay. Mine is like
Well, they're not
normal.
done yet, but watercolor is not my forte, chat. And Maria had to teach me what she knows, and it went okay. You could check out my video on what I created after that. I might leave her white, like maybe the
That feels racist, but fine.
right. Well, after my experience in the nail salon today, I feel it's only appropriate. But okay, there's more to that story that I didn't tell you.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I don't
No,
even
but I
know
was just thinking
wanna
if I
know.
left her pale white and then with these yellow eyes, if that I might add some little vein things or whatever like that. And that would kind of represent her poison. Maybe it's like bleached, that's the poison that's in her. She's been bleached. John Thomas says, Tabitha, I mentioned you. What was it? I mentioned you and your draw parties to Jeff Hicks of World Class BSers. He is finishing up a Kickstarter campaign for Woke Busters, a parody sectorial take on the current out. Okay, he would be interested. Interested in what? Coming on the show, or I'm not sure if you could clarify for me. That'd be great. What are we drawing tonight? We are drawing femme fatales that are poison filled. They're dazzling, have to have cat ears, a spy, and toast. Now I have to figure out what kind of hair.
Actual toast, not that they are toast.
Yeah, right. Not dead. Maybe they're toasting. It could be that they're just toasting, like toast. It didn't specify that it had to be bread. So that she could be giving a toast. Just throwing that out there.
Sure, now you say it.
Well, that's open to interpretation. That's not my fault.
I'm just glad it wasn't goggles or a beret. Okay.
There.
Actually, I think the beret would have been
says he
fun.
knows it. Toasting like sunbathing. Oh, you could do that too.
You're
What did
not
you
the
say,
one
Dr.
who has to wear this crocheted hat and pretend it's a beret, Rachel.
Wow, being all sassy wassy.
Ouch. My
I love you.
apologies.
Sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
So,
I love
you,
you
baby.
too. You look great, by the way. I like
Oh.
it. I love the green.
Yes, very.
Green's my
fancy.
favorite makeup to play with.
Well,
I don't know why, because there's no real difference in the product between colors, really. But for some reason, just green blends out so much better on my face. I don't know.
It's probably because of all the envy inside.
Probably.
Mhm.
It comes out naturally.
I'm so jealous of Tabitha's hair, and she knows it. That's why she's saying.
That's right. That's right. Hi, Tommy Doyle. Hello. Welcome. Okay, let's see. So I got to do the toast on here. So let's see. What does toast look like on?
Would you like an example? I have some. Here you go.
Actually, that does help. Okay, because it's like I have
There's
a
some
limited
nice little toast.
I have
line
a
here.
limited color palette here. So
It's
I'm trying to-
perfectly toasted as well. Look, he
that is like my kind of toasted. Dave did
is
the
a
best.
toast connoisseur. Okay, he is a toast connoisseur. He loves toast.
All right, here we go. Toast is my favorite breakfast. So there we go. So she's got herself a toast tattoo.
Nice.
Yes, that's how I'm incorporating my.
It should say like "I heart toast."
Oh.
That's how she'll die on that hill.
We go. You're right, because she's a spy, so she's got to be a little quirky. She's got to be a little gritty.
We're all going for green tones. A lot of us.
I have not, have I?
Look at Rachel's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm going with the bleached aspect for mine. Like she's bleachy, bleach. Let's see. I probably should have brought more water. Okay, let's see here.
Great minds
Speaking.
think alike.
Stay hydrated. So I'm curious now because Dani was saying that, makeup and all this, and she did amazing makeup for her Deadpool Wolverine stream that she did the other day. Did anybody else see that film other than Dani?
Not
so
yet.
good.
I'm going to see it
No.
tomorrow night.
Yep, gonna see it tomorrow.
It's so good.
I haven't seen it
so
either.
Good. Here, let me say this again with my head pull cup. It's
Oh,
so
my.
good. I tried to get the popcorn
Ooh.
bucket, but they sold out right before I got. Listen, my local theater was so amazing. Just real quick shout out to AMC Showplace 4 in Farmington, Missouri. Those people love their job. They were so joyful and excited to be a part of this experience with us.
Aw.
I saw them, listen, before I brag about anything else they did for me, when I was sitting in the theater, I noticed one of the employees helping an elderly disabled couple to their
Aw.
seats, carrying all their things, was so sweet and loving to them, and came back and would check on them. And see
That's
if they needed
nice.
refills. Like, I've never seen that before ever. And they were so happy to do it. I've never seen so many excited, smiling faces.
Because they haven't seen that
work.
many people at the theater in a long time.
Probably.
Most
And
likely.
Then I was, just, I guess, being myself at the
I
counter.
expect
And
no less.
I got my new stickers from Sticker Mule. I 100% support Sticker Mule. And you guys could too.
Slay. Yes.
So I got my new Sticker Mule stuff, and I was like, hey, you guys want some stickers? And they were like, oh my God, yes! They were so excited for these stickers. And they're like, wait, you have a podcast? That's so cool.
Aw.
Really?
Aw.
So I got a free large popcorn and a free drink
Wow.
because I gave them podcast stickers, and they treated me like flipping royalty. I couldn't believe it. So they were all, I had a wonderful experience watching Deadpool and Wolverine. It was
Good for
freaking-
you.
That's
I know I
awesome.
told Dani that when I went to the convention, I had my first recognition. Somebody's like, are you Tabitha from Dreaming Tabitha? I've been following you for years.
Aw.
Yay.
And she didn't know me because of the fellowship. She just knew me for me. And I was like, oh, that was so cool.
That
She's
is
like,
awesome.
she's like, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, yeah, you can. Can I get a picture with
Yay.
you?
Oh,
That is so
that makes
satisfying.
my
That's
heart
so-
happy.
It was so sweet. I'm like, me?
That's awesome.
Like in a
Did she tell
state
you
that
you have awesome hair too?
she didn't.
Dang it.
I'll have to
Fake
message
fan.
her on Instagram and be like, we could have been friends, but
We could have been friends.
I think I gave my woman a pregnant belly. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with a spy who chooses domestic life as well, but
It could be where she keeps her toxins.
in a fanny pack, you got it. I have totally messed up her outfit. Oh no, there's no going back. What do I do? Maria, what do I do? How do I erase?
What did you do this time?
Uh,
Do you have a Kleenex?
I took away her chest. Her most important F.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
If you
well.
have a Kleenex, you can water it and then pick it up with the Kleenex.
Okay,
little
I have a moist towel. Okay. All right. Okay. We're
My
doing
sister-in-law freaks out anytime someone says moist.
moist.
Like screams
yeah.
her head off.
Why?
John Thomas, YouTube does give notifications if you click the bell icon.
Yeah, ring that notification bell.
But yeah, some people they get very disgruntled about certain
word
words.
moist?
Like Mike, I have a cousin who cannot handle the word creamy
What?
Sorry, why is it so funny to me?
because it's no offense, it's stupid.
It is kind of stupid.
I don't know. I've never had this
What about
problem.
what about creamy peanut butter?
Well, I don't know. She doesn't like the word creamy.
Like, how can you differentiate what kind of peanut butter you prefer? Do you say not chunky?
Not chunky. See, that is a word that I don't like, but it doesn't like make
Chunky.
me, it doesn't make me squeamish. It just makes me uncomfortable because I don't like it because I associate it with vomit. So
Ew.
Mm,
Okay, that's something I don't like.
exactly.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that. But I'm just saying, so that's why it's like I don't understand, you know. But that's just me. Here we go. All right. And just saying, if anybody's willing to, if they want to, and checking out Dani's page over there, $25 to go to get her to 200. Just throwing that out there for the love. But here we go. All right, now I have to figure out how to make her dazzling. I've got the toast. I've made her a spy, obviously, because she's wearing a black unitard with a hoodie. What else could she possibly be? Not a dancer or
Well,
a
can't dazzling
but-
mean a couple of things? Like, it doesn't have to mean sparkly or.
That's true. When I went online to find it, they showed me like basically My Little Ponies that became humans.
What?
Well, that's
In a
You gotta
cartoon,
be really
but like,
careful with your
but
Google
in a
searches.
cartoon form. It was a safe apparently there was an episode where they turned into humans. I don't know. So it was all about colors. So I'm just gonna kind of put some razzle dazzle behind her in the background.
Give me
here.
that. Oh, razzle dazzle.
But let me check out and see how everybody's doing. This is what Dani's got so far, working on her.
That's
She's
okay.
finally stopped crying. We appreciate that.
For now.
For
No
now. For now. And then here is what we've got. Maria's got. Oh, she must be from 2020 because she's got a mask on. And stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe. She's got the Joker colors going on.
yeah,
And then
nice.
we have Dr. Rachel right here. Look at the she like this like Japanese Carmen Sandiego futuristic character, and I love it. I think it's great.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Well, she's also got kind of the Joker colors, and then here is Phil's.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Look at the
That
toast
is
just hovering
amazing.
in midair. I love it. That's fantastic. She's about to like, I don't know, like sidekick it or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe that is her sidekick. Like she's just gonna either roundhouse it or that is her sidekick. He just needs a little friendly face in there and she could be a Disney princess. Just saying. Little sidekick. And then I've got mine right here coming up. She's a little scary looking, but that's the whole point because she's full of the poison. She's full of bleach.
She's
What
full
will-
of something.
My great grandmother used to say piss and vinegar. So
You said a
Oh.
swear.
that's not a swear. It's just an
The P word is most definitely a swear.
It's not a swear if somebody like my great grandmother
I
can say
really
it who was a
disagree.
later.
You and
Yeah,
I
I
really
know.
disagree on what's a swear, which is super weird. It's super
Yeah.
weird for you to say, no, it's not a swear, for me to say, yes.
I mean, it was always kind of an adult word in my household. Like we did not say that as children. We were not allowed to. But as we got older, the severity of it. But apparently when I was little, and I was kind of an ornery child, go figure, my great grandmother looked at my mom and she said, that child is full of piss and vinegar. And my mom, being a foreigner, was like, excuse me, come again?
Oh.
What did you just say my child is full of?
That's something my grandma would say too. And that kid's like a maggot in hot ashes.
Whoa.
What does that even mean?
That means
Hey,
they won't
Cage and
quit
Corey,
moving.
thanks for hanging out.
Means they won't quit moving.
Well, it's kind of a family saying now, full of piss and vinegar. It just kind of means that you're a rambunctious person, kind of.
And over here, full of piss and vinegar means you're kind of mean and sour.
Okay, that's not what it means over here. On this side of the coast, that's not what it means. Yeah. Anyway, a little bit about my childhood. So Here we go. I don't know if I'm doing the background, Maria, and I remember why again I don't like watercolor. I can't like it's not watercoloring. It's you swirl it around.
Coloring.
But she's cute. I like her. Like I might put her up on the wall. I like her. This is one of the few
I gotta bite
times
my
that it's
nose
like,
and I don't wanna
yay! I like it.
Okay.
Here we go. So again, guys, our femme fatales that are spies filled with poison. They're dazzling, have cat ears, and somehow they have toast. Here we go. I really do miss my brother in this moment because God
Gosh,
only
I-
knows what
like
Joshua
he-
would have done.
Exactly.
God only.
Yes, that's what I've been thinking.
Oh my word.
He could have really added,
Spiced.
filled up that imaginary bar some more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I need Joshua to create like a mini mural of all of his characters just hanging out. DL says yes, full of piss and vinegar is definitely something we say in Missouri.
I'm in Missouri.
There you go. Deranged
in
lunatic
Missouri.
is there too. Only on the internet can you say that and laugh. John Thomas says, Maria, I can't see cat ears. Hang on.
Oh. So just hang on a second.
She's like, hang on, they're there. I swear to cow.
They're at the top.
At the top, where they should be.
I'm getting ready to put mine on. I
There
forgot.
you go. Excellent. Thank you. I hope that answers your question, John.
They can't. I haven't outlined it yet. So
Oh, outlining. I think for the first time on Art Party, I might be done. I'm afraid if I do anything else, I will mess it up. I say as I continue to put color on. But I mean, I'm pretty.
color to make my hat.
Oh, yellow. No, I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, I was also going to ask you guys, in your experience with what you create, what have you learned in your process of artistry that has helped you make your work go faster? And that you wish you had known when you were starting out. Like, for example, for me, I wish that I would have grasped the concept of blocking out faster. That would have really pushed me along further with my stuff, and that you basically layer things on top of it. Once you get your foundation, your colors, and you kind of block, at least when it comes to painting, for me, like blocking out is that you just kind of, I would say haphazardly. They tell you that when you, especially if you're doing portraits, right? You want to squint really hard at the subject that you're going to create.
How about if you're already squinting like me? Because I'm
Then you squint harder, Phil, or it just comes
Comment or
naturally.
something like that, man. That's unfair.
You just naturally, you just naturally
he
see
can
everything
say
in its
that.
blocked state.
yeah, I'm
That's like
always
me making
squinting.
leg jokes. It's not fair to
Well, now it makes me wonder. It's like, what do you guys look like when you squint?
Oh, I want to see.
What does Phil look like when he squints? That's the Clint Eastwood we need right there.
Yeah, there he is.
But when you are looking at it, you squint really hard, like Phil just demonstrated, and then it basically makes everything fuzzy so that you only
Yeah.
see the brightest and the darkest portions of your painting or your subject. And so that's what you put on your canvas first, and then you add everything else in.
Yep.
And so, hello, trans X-ray girl. Come on now. They don't all look alike. Now, that has been something that I wish that I had grasped sooner when I started creating. I'm thankful that I know it now, but
It would
It
have helped
definitely-
before.
it would have helped before, and it really has pushed me along. What is something that you guys now use to make your creative process go faster, or I should say the production process go faster, that you've learned?
slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Army
Sm-
saying.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Slow yourself down. Don't get in a big hurry. Just man,
Take your
I can't
time.
open my spirit gum. It's
Oh
blue.
no, Dave! Get him on the phone. Okay, smooth is. What did you say again? Smooth is fast.
Slow is
fast?
smooth and smooth is fast.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Okay. I think Dave's gonna like this new look for you. You look a little more.
Hey, can you open this jar for me, please?
Such a man thing to ask, or
Please.
such a female thing to ask of a man. I can't
Both
open
times
this.
that's gonna come do stuff like this.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Never
Well, I
mind.
can, but I mean,
She just does this live. We get a portion of Danny's family.
I'm trying
Like,
to tell you in a minute because I think I must go home. So.
Okay.
we just get to know everybody.
His dad's in bed. What are you doing up there? Just hanging out with your dumb sister. She's annoying. Come home.
Ouch.
She's
I-
annoying.
All right. Well, welcome to Danny's family, everybody.
This thing is really stuck.
There we go. I think I'm let you guys do your work, but I'm done with my gal.
Nice.
I think she's cute. She could maybe be a ghost too. I could see her as a cartoon. I'm pretty happy with her. I'm quite proud. What do you guys think, Chad? What do you think? What do you think of my bleach poison-filled, cat-eared spy girl who is dazzling, and of course she does have the toast. And
Very
the-
cool. But I
so
just had a
very
horrible
nice.
thought. I'm not going to be able to surprise Dave if he comes in and opens this jar for me.
Well,
It's
cover your face.
true.
Cover your face like so. There you go. the, the grand reveal. There we go. I don't want you to see me like this.
It's bad luck to see
it-
me before the wedding
It's
at
bad-
all.
It's bad. It's bad luck to see the lady before the makeup's finished. It kind of is, just because you will not have a happy woman. That girl ghost gives a Ruby Gloom vibe. Oh, cute, says John Thomas. Thank you. This is a I've never properly watercolored on Art Party before, so I'm pretty flippin' happy. Danny putting her Creature from the Black Lagoon wig on. It's the Dementor. This could be cute. Here we go. I'm going to go around the table. Danny's getting herself situated. One more time, go around. Well, not one more time, but here we go. Got the. I like her hair. Does it have snakes? What is? Oh, she's on
Yeah.
brick.
Yeah, so
Snaky snake hair.
So here's the thing. The poison is in her hair.
What a unique idea. I just kind of thought about like overall, but instead you decided to localize it, which is pretty great. Is that what Dr. Rachel, is that what you're doing with her hat, or?
I thought about it, but I think it's just going to be like she sort of excretes it from her skin.
Excrete.
She looks fantastic.
So just like
I love
one
that
touch
outfit.
on your skin.
Yeah.
She'll just get you.
Riz Kit calls out Danny. Don't forget your cat ears.
I know. I have to wait for Dave to open the jar. I can't get it open.
Oh, okay. Okay. Receptionist for Monsters Inc. And then there's, well, one
There it is.
portion. There she-
Gorgeous.
Look at that disco ball. That's
I
amazing.
like it.
Okay,
Oh my
I think I'm done.
Yeah, she looks
She
amazing.
looks
and
great.
those highlights
I'm-
are pretty snappy right there.
I'm gonna go
on
for
the ball.
for the
I just added like her little cat belt buckle thing.
I see that too. Very nice. Man,
What
she
if I
looks
just-
pretty great. I could see her in a cartoon. Excuse me, anime. Hey Brett, good to see you. Got the chance to meet Brett
Hey,
as well while we
Brett!
were in
Brett!
Tennessee.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it the correct way, but that's really cool. I love the color grading, and then you got the way that you did the highlights on the back portion of her, where it's like I'm learning that myself too when I do my coloring, where there's that streak of the like almost opposite color. It's not something that I think about, and so I'm studying other people, and this is kind of neat because she's almost like this cat alien girl at a rave where the food is just floating around, and it's up for anybody if they want it.
She's up for anybody.
The toast. The toast.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, Brett, thank you. Says I'm a beautiful person. I tried. Jesus.
So
you know.
for back to your question, Tabitha.
Yes.
I would say values, shapes,
Yeah.
and probably composition in terms of like, and you want to like, for me, I usually zoom out like super far and I put everything to grayscale when I'm working on something to see
Oh,
if
really?
to see if like if it doesn't pop, like if your grays are too close to one another, like from in this, then it won't really pop when you put color in it.
So I will say I don't, because I'm self-taught, I don't
Mhm.
really understand values, like what that means per se. Could you give us a little lesson?
Yeah. So let me actually show you so you can pull up my screen again. So
Yeah.
if you're looking at it in grayscale, right?
Yes.
So let's say if you're using a similar color,
Mhm.
and like I'm making a layer. So if you're using it like I'm using like a specific, let's say I'll use this like reddish color,
Mhm.
right? And then you're gonna switch over to using green or something like that, or blue. The
Yeah.
value is the same. You see that?
Oh,
Yeah. So you need to go down a value in order for it to pop.
okay.
That's good.
So is values kind of have an idea of like contrast as far as color?
Yes. Yeah.
goes?
It adds contrast. So majority of the time when I'm working,
Mhm.
I tend to work in grayscale first.
That's
Right,
a good
so-
idea.
So I work in grayscale first. So
Very
let's say if
creative.
I'm designing a character or I'm doing some kind of concept or something like that, like I'll work in grayscale first, and then like so you can go inside and like of course it's all digital art, and then like once you're
Mhm.
done, for instance, let's say if I want her what's it called again, her costume to be more dark, right? I can just like paint over this area, right? For example,
Yeah.
and then I can just do an overlay layer, and then you can adjust
Oh.
here. You can adjust it, and then once you put color into it, it'll look it when you look at it in grayscale and you put color into it, it won't blend in. Is because especially if you're doing something like a color study or something like that, or you want your characters to pop. Values is very important.
Yeah.
And composition and shape is also very important too, especially if you're working on something small, right? You're working on maybe like if you're working on something, maybe there's maybe like a 5x5 of like a canvas print, right? And you're painting it on. You want to make sure your values pop. So when you go to a convention, you put it up. It's like it pops out the most.
Yeah.
Sort of like high value contrast with a zebra, a black and white. It really captures your eye. So if your black and white or your grayscale really pops. So like if I were to zoom out, like you can see
Yeah.
the shapes and values of this one.
Fascinating.
So that's just something like I learned from like my previous art director. Like
Yeah.
he's a very big value guy. So like he'll like he does a lot of stuff, and like he'll draw Batman. He'll just paint it in black and white first, and then he'll just add color afterwards.
Okay, that's I guess my question. I'm trying to understand that. It's like, so you don't pick your colors and draw it in or color it in grayscale, you color it later. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. So for instance, like let's say if I were to like I'll take my entire thing, I'll hide everything. So let's say right now I'm I'll draw like a character, right? So let's say like I'll draw a character, right? Right, and that's me basically, right? That's basically me.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
cute.
Love it.
Phil,
I have my hair, and
we
there.
can't laugh at those jokes.
I do. I mean, if
I
Phil
love
does, I'm
it.
allowed to.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
laugh.
Right. So you have your character, and then you're gonna I'm going to paint the character, right? So you're gonna
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna paint the character. I'm gonna paint this probably like an off gray, and then I'll paint it in. Oops. See. Yeah, I'll just paint it in really quick. So just for a
Yeah.
quick demonstration. Right. There it is. So I'm gonna paint it in all under. And then so this is the character, right? This is your character.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'll put in a completely black layer, and I'll paint in the shadows.
Okay.
So here, like, so let's say the sun's coming from the top directly from above him.
Yeah.
Your shadow will be like this, right?
Yeah.
Right. Here's your nose, and then probably the shading under the eyes, right over here, and then under the mouth.
And suddenly Phil plays football.
Right. And then basically you sort of adjust that, and then once you feel like you're ready, you can start coloring. So I'll take like I don't know, like a beige color or something, and then I'll just like I'll just like put it in over there, but then I'll put an overlay layer.
Okay.
So like you'll see it that first, but let's say if it doesn't read well, like you have to adjust your values. So let's say if it's like, oh, this is not looking correct, you can go in here and adjust it, right? You can go in there. Oh, this is too light. You can go ahead and adjust it. Same thing with
Oh,
whites.
Nice. I like
So
that.
same thing with your whites. Like if the highlights are up here,
Hmm.
above the eyes, and then right over here, and then over here and above the lips. Right? Maybe you got this triangular cheek area, and then you can do an overlay, and you can always adjust. You can always adjust it later, something like that.
okay.
And then but you have to look at it in a black and white way as well. So
It's interesting. It'll take me a little bit to kind of really grasp it, but I'm kind of understanding. I mean, it makes sense. Like when you spell it out, Risk, it's like it's Pam from The Office. They're the same picture.
the corporate's gonna need you to decide what's different.
Okay.
But, you look great.
Thank
You
you.
look. Let's have a look. Let's put this. Where is it at? Yes, very nice. Well, I guess we are finishing up, guys, because
Hold on. Here we go.
look at those ears. Oh, there's the toast. Wow, it's a great picture. That looks fantastic. Did he see you already?
No.
Oh.
I pinned them to. I was gonna actually glue them to my ears, but
Yeah.
it's like, well, they're cat ears, so
They
stick
they
them on
look
your head.
really, really, really wild, really good. I know everybody's kind of finishing up, but I think everybody did a really great job with this, and I'm pretty impressed with myself too, to be honest, because I never finish and I'm never really happy with what I draw. So, everybody, I just want to, while they're kind of touching up and finishing up, of course, if you follow us on Twitter, whenever the show is done, we post finished pictures of our products that we are most proud of. And so you can get to see any little final touch ups that we do. But I'm just going to kind of go around the table, showcase everybody's stuff. We got mine right here, of course.
And there's always the
But-
Dave reaction, which
Oh yes, if you follow Dani on the TikTok and things like that on the web, you can see the famous Dave reactions, which I live for. I
Oh
can't
my
wait.
gosh.
And especially because Dani always ends it with "You want to make out," and there are some days, and I'm not being mean, like she doesn't look as hot as she does tonight. There are some days where she looks weird because we do weird prompts on this show.
this is the first time I haven't had to do facial hair. So
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
Well, the second time
And-
you were a female one other time, but you were a
No,
gingerbread.
with a beard.
You were
With
a
a
gingerbread.
beard.
No, but the gingerbread didn't have it because it was a female. The problem was that she was afraid she was going to get canceled for doing brown face.
Brown face.
So, well, okay, while they're finishing up, Dani, you can showcase what you do and just tell everybody where they can find you and what you do.
Hello.
Hello there.
So here is my dazzling, the highlighter, dazzling, poison-filled femme fatale spy who just super loves toast. I couldn't get both the contacts in, so I look like that. You can find me on YouTube at Comics and Everything, just at Comics and Everything, because they wouldn't let me just do Comics and because they're super lame. You can find me on Kick, on Twitter, on any social media platform. Really, I'm like a really rampant disease. I'm everywhere. You cannot get rid of me. I'm probably just as sickening as well. But I'm literally everywhere. I do breakdowns of comic book characters, not just comic book characters, but nerdy characters. Period. I've got interviews with people. I do a little bit of everything. That's why it's Comics and Everything. So check that stuff out.
Had myself a mute. Description box down below. Phil, what about you?
You can find me at Project Eggroll. Me and Gray go live every Saturday. So it's 7 p.m. Pacific. And if you guys want to follow me personally, you can follow me at Mr. Philip Chan #2. My original channel got demonetized. So, but yes, follow me at Mr. Philip Chan on X and Twitter. We're also there with Project Eggroll, and we're also on Rumble as well.
Nice.
For Project Eggroll, we on Saturdays we usually talk about pop culture, anime, video games.
Don't come in
And,
here.
It's fun, good times. Subscribe and stuff. Thank you, and thank you for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Subscribe and stuff.
And stuff.
Let's see
And
here.
stuff.
What about you, Dr. Rachel? What do you do? Where can people find you? What's happening in your life?
Hang on, I can actually switch it back to my
I like
normal
how
camera.
I like how it's a question I ask all the time, and then it's like I don't know what I do in my life. People don't have an
I
answer.
do stuff. What? No.
Life.
In between all life and working and everything, I have my art channel, Adeline Crafting. Just finishing up a video that I did the past couple weeks. It's been difficult to find time, but I made a dragon egg. If anyone wants to see what it looks like.
So
Oh,
cool.
yes, you
That's
gotta-
so cool.
That is
Rachel is so cool.
beautiful.
Oh, that
That's
is so
cool.
awesome.
That's beautiful.
That's great.
So that's the finished egg, and I showed step by step how I made it. So that video should be up early next week. I was hoping it would be up this week, but time just did not allow me to do it. But I'm finishing up the editing this weekend, so probably Tuesday that video will be up on my channel. Otherwise, you can figure out what I'm doing. I post everything on Twitter, Sauron_cosplay, and every Thursday I do a podcast called Dames and Dorks with Know Me Without You, Lily. She goes by 300 Mirrors on Twitter, Magitech Mags, and myself, and Smooth the DJs, our wonderful mod. Tabitha jumps on sometimes. She's lovely to have on. Just talking about all kinds of like pop culture and movies and
Fight with
what's
Lily.
going on with the entertainment industry. So that's a lot of fun too.
I get on Lily's nerves because I diss on the handsome guys that she is over the moon for. And I'm like, they're kind of wussy. And I can see her face. She'll just kind of die inside. I kind of
She's
thought
so
I maybe
sad.
turned.
Good for
I
her.
kind of thought that
Good
we
for her.
maybe maybe I terminated our friendship when I was talking about that one dude from Austin Butler. And I'm like, he's kind of feminine. And she just like, Tabitha, no.
Yeah, I learned a valuable life lesson on Twitter that you don't talk smack about Austin Butler because his fans will come for you.
They,
Who's Austin Butler? Hold on, let me see who's
He
this.
played Elvis.
Phil's even like, who is Austin Butler? Like,
Who's that?
He's the guy who played Elvis.
Yeah, he's
he's kind of feminine looking. I didn't mean that in a mean way. He's just not for me.
like he just needs to get. I think he looks fine. I think he's too slender. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
he just needs some meat on the bones. Look, I've made no bones about it. I like my men thick, okay? I like tree trunk legs. This is the kind of gal that I am. I like me a rugby player.
Yep.
So when you bring on Austin Butler and I'm talking about how hot he is, I'm like, no. No. Anyway, Maria,
No.
what do you do on the internet?
Well, I'm known around the internet as the Geeky Crochet. I do have my YouTube channel, and I'm now streaming constantly every Thursday on my channel, which is Unlocking Lore. I'm starting an open concept art stream, which basically is you can do whatever you want with the mediums that you want, whatever project you're working on. You can stream it so that other people can see what the process of making it, and then we chat basically, which is
I
why
need
it's
to jump
called.
on there sometime.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to give out some invites. One person has to get back to me, and you will be getting a few. You will be getting yours, Tabitha. Absolutely. So
I hope so.
it's every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern time. And it's just me and my hands, literally, because I don't want to
Me and my
put on
hands.
I don't want to put on makeup. Like literally. I
I
don't
hear
want to
ya.
put on makeup. And
That's fair.
I put on makeup for you. For this art stream.
We appreciate your sacrifice that you
Because
do
now I
for
have
the
to take it
internet.
off. Like Dani.
Exactly. It's like it's later in the evening and now we've got to take our faces off, but it's just one of those things we do it for the clicks,
We do it.
But anyway, I enjoyed having everybody on here so much. Always. Sorry, I was looking at something. I was always checking while everybody was talking. I was looking at stuff and I was like, what is happening here? But anyway, thank you all for your time and your efforts. Everybody did a great job in chat. You guys are always wonderful. Thank you for helping out Dani's cause over on the Belgium project. Yay! Commiserations, commiserations. It's last I checked, it was at 175. Still got a ways to go before we can, say it's over and done with. But at the same time, I have just now looked, and it is at $200.
I wonder how that happened. I didn't
Because-
just get an email notification at all.
because I've even posting it in the chat. But it is great to be able to help causes. We're going to try to push it out some more because I think this is something that people need to know about and they just don't know, and they would be willing to help out. But anyway, thank you all for your help and for giving and your time. And we will catch you guys next time. And again, our links are in the description box. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We'll catch you on the flippity flip.
If I was watching this video, I would like it. I would like the video, and I would probably subscribe because this is so thoroughly